At this point, I'd like to reintroduce the President of the Ontario Association of Architects, Mr. Bill Birdsell.
Thank you, Brad. First of all, I'd like to say I'm very gratified to see this many members here. It's a wonderful turnout. It's very good. Thank you. Reimagining the business of architecture. Your OAA Council has been very active in exploring the challenges facing architects in this dramatic time of change. Through thoughtful management of the association's finances and resources, Council has been able to create stable long-term financing to pursue all of their long-term strategic objectives. Primarily among these, cultivate member trust has informed every aspect of this exploration together. Listening to member concerns and questions has guided our communications efforts. Act enforcement, the Registrar's Office is maintaining continued pressure to prevent individuals from pursuing work which is within the practice of architecture. We're providing more tools and documents for architects to help them practice. Ongoing communication with the societies to help them in areas of local concern is very important to us, and we're increasing those efforts. And we've done so by providing staff to assist societies in getting messages out and coordinating efforts across the province. Increased responsiveness to member concerns. First, we're listening, then we're taking action to assist wherever possible. Providing education arising out of these concerns to assist all members. We're increasing efficiency, focused first on the headquarters. We've completed the renovations now. We've moved on to a second phase that our building committee is reviewing on interior changes to improve lighting and improve the work environment. But we have focused on paying down the mortgage. 18 months ago, we had a debt balance of approximately $1.91 million at an interest rate of 7% to be paid down out completely in 2028. Within 12 months from now, that balance will be reduced to zero. This has been achieved by a careful study of the existing member equity resources arising from recent budget surpluses and allocated against this debt. It's important to stress that we did not affect our budget, and so there was no new money taken out. It was primarily a reallocation of money that had been collected. The great benefit of this long term will be the savings of nearly $200,000 per year that we'll be able to use to stabilize programs and eliminate any increase in member fees for the foreseeable future. Budget discussions to continue to improve program delivery and maintain effectiveness of the organization are ongoing and are a priority as we move forward. Council is working on policy to effectively manage any future surplus that may arise out of the continued growth of the profession here in Ontario. Maintain the building through continued upgrades will remain a priority, and we will be looking in the future to improve the building efficiency from a heating point of view and management. Despite increases to the membership, staff cost remains under control, and as a proportion of the overall association expense, it's actually being reduced. Continued staff changes will occur this year to improve services to members. Working with other architectural and professional organizations within the province and across the country to share common concerns, but more importantly, share efforts to simplify and deliver services more efficiently has been a priority for recent years and will continue through this year. We're engaging our diversity of shareholders through rich programs. Efforts are underway to engage all Ontario architects in conversations related to their particular field of expertise. Recent examples include architects in government and heritage architects. We're working with our largest investment, Prodemnity Insurance, to encourage greater communication and transparency of efforts that may be communicated to the members. and I find that very important. We're fostering excellence of design to encourage and improve our perception by the greater community. Design excellence awards continue to be reviewed and renewed. An example of the program has greater emphasis on sustainability. Recently, Architectural Review recognized OAA Perspectives magazine and carried a page of information which highlighted the OAA Design Excellence Awards, and that went worldwide. Greater efforts to get the message out to clients, government, and public are ongoing. Raise architecture's public profile. Public awareness efforts began last year with great success in Ottawa and continued through the year here in Toronto with Nuit Blanche celebration. Those efforts paid dividends in that media seemed to become aware of the OAA and inquired for additional story information in print and radio as the year progressed. This year, there's been even greater response by the public media to carry stories on our award winners in print and television. We're focusing on developing more opportunities long-term and focusing on a long-term strategy of communications. Media support for the societies will allow them to also get out the message for public awareness across the entire province. Next year will be the OAA's 125th anniversary. We're working on a commemorative book that's being produced over the past 25 years, highlighting discussions and articles from OAA perspectives. This will serve as a tangible artifact celebrating to the broad contribution that architects provide to society. Recently, and you may have been aware of this, and I encourage you to take advantage of it, My Page OAA will give a common vehicle for all members to highlight their own unique skills and contributions to the profession and their clients in a common place for reference by the public and those interested in engaging services. I think it's very important that many of you take advantage of this, because I think by having that and having many of those profiles there, it reinforces the diversity of practice and diversity of individuals found in architecture across the province. Education in business is focused on providing more online content, improve opportunities for Con Ed sessions relating to business on architecture in the 21st century, reflecting the different project delivery methods and dispersed teams of people working to provide documents and administration of contracts. The world definitely is changing, and I think we need to represent that to new members as well as really inform how practices are changing. As we move forward this year, look for the use of new Document 600. Look to see increased communication of the concerns of architects and greater communication of architects' successes. Public awareness focus on society's role will increase. Tools to allow firms to identify risk areas in practice and project delivery so they may be managed by architects and not given away to lesser trained individuals. Preparation for the National Validation Conference in 2014 to examine the partnership between schools, regulators, and practice to maintain the flow of the best trained architects in the world into our profession will be a focus that we'll be working on to speak to you about next year. I want to thank you again for all coming out today, and that concludes my report.